How are you doing? Just a quick catch up to see how things are going in the almost 2 months now since quarantine, lockdown, confinement, social distancing, whatever the different word is that they call it in your part of the world. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing. We are home a lot more than we used to be. We have to work, sleep, and socialize all in the same space. Or we're confined to a smaller space than we're used to. We have lesser personal interactions. All of these factors obviously make a big difference on our well-being. So one of the things that does help, you know I'm going to say it, yes, it is exercise and working out, taking care of your nutrition, very important, getting some of your vitamin D, hang out in the sun if you can, just for a wee bit, early morning, close to like early evening, and you should be good. But I'm going to obviously focus a lot more on the workout part and also some on the nutrition. So let's think back. It's been 2 months, and I know a lot of people who have said to me that the online thing just doesn't work for them. They don't want to do online training. They don't want to do online personal training or group classes or any of that because it's not the vibe they're looking for. Imagine if they had started 2 months ago and they're still waiting, thinking, yeah, it still doesn't work for me. Do you really know how much longer it's going to be? We don't. But had you started when you went into lockdown or you went into social distancing, you would have progressed 2 months into training. So it's still not too late because we really don't know what's on the horizon for us. We can only hope it's soon that we will be allowed to go back to some part of normalcy. But at the end of the day, we really don't know. So why not start now if you haven't started already? There is really nothing wrong in online training. It can be the same thing with in-person training, right? You might say, yeah, I'm going to wait. Let's wait until the holidays are over. Or let's wait until whatever is around the corner as a public holiday. That'll be like my one party, and then I'm going to start working out tomorrow. And there are always those things that we look forward to, thinking that this is the right time, like a New Year's resolution, for us to go and be healthier or take care of ourselves better. But there is no such thing. This is a lifetime commitment. It's something that you have to continue for the rest of your life. Of course, there are you can change the intensity of it. So you can do it at a higher intensity or lower intensity once you're consistent enough. But at the end of the day, the time that you're not doing it is the time you're wasting. So start working out now if you haven't already. It's not a big deal. Is it online or offline? The point is doing something, right? If you're used to working in person with somebody, you like the vibe of doing it with other people, maybe do a group class. Or if you are still a beginner but you'd like to progress, or you're even at an intermediate level and you would like to tweak your moves, this is the time. There is really no time like the present. I'll give you a couple of reasons why this is an even better time. Because for one thing, a lot of trainers have dropped their rates. The reason being, yes, their expertise is exactly the same, right? They're still giving you the same service. But they have more time on their hands. Or this is the way I look at it. I have more time on my hands to be able to go out there and find new clients, right? So I have more time. I'm not wasting that time on my commute. I'm not wasting fuel, which is kind of negligible over here. It's not that expensive. But the time spent on the commute is a lot more than if you're doing it online and you're sitting in one room and then you're going to the next room, hang out with your family and then come back. So I think it's only fair that I'm able to drop my prices in personal training, because it means that I can have back-to-back sessions also with clients without spending time traveling to them. So it's up to me to put in the effort and get more clients on my books, right? So after I'm done with one, I can easily schedule another one within 10 minutes of the first one being over. Whereas normally that would take me at least 45 minutes to commute from one client to another, and of course to commute to that client also. So I would generally keep a buffer of about an hour on either side of a training, just because the training might go over, because I like to give them my everything and really concentrate on what's going on. And sometimes we get lost in the session and run over the 60 minutes. Actually, that happens a lot. But the point being that you're going to get it cheaper if you do personal training, for sure. You are going to be able to tweak your movements, you're going to be able to really concentrate on them, but of course get a good trainer. And you have time, because you are not going anywhere either. So you're also sitting at home, you're working at home, you don't have the hassle of commuting. If you've got kids, you don't have the hassle of taking them to their classes, whatever those classes might be, extracurriculars, picking up from school, dropping them to school. Your grocery shopping has probably gone down because you want to minimize the number of times you go to do your shopping, right? So that means, again, time saved. So you have a lot of time on your hands if you schedule it right. Use it wisely. There's still time. It's not too late. 2 months down, we don't know how much longer, but it's never too late to get started. And that's what I keep telling everyone. So please, please, please get started with something. Personal training, group sessions, or just training on your own as well. If you're confident enough to do that, why not? Go for it. But of course, do everything in moderation. So once you get ramped up, sometimes people might go overboard and do 2 or 3 sessions in a day. Because no doubt, we all know it, there are lots of live sessions going on online. And it was a lot more at the beginning, but now it's decreased. But there are still live sessions, which is awesome. But people sometimes don't know how to regulate that, and they might be doing 2 or 3 sessions in a day. In the long run, yes, that's going to cause injury, or it just increases the risk of injury. You might not get injured, but you're on the brink of getting injured. So pay attention to how often you work out, pay attention to how much you're resting, listen to your body, very important. Try to chat with family and friends for your emotional health. Eat healthy food, eat nutritious, wholesome fruit and veg as much as possible, so that you don't end up consuming junk again, because in the long run we are not moving about enough, so we're not burning that many calories. It's going to get stored somewhere. Whether you work out or not, it's going to get stored, because we're just not moving enough. I mean, unless you have a house that's the size of a mansion, I would say that you are not moving enough, because any apartment or even a villa, you still can move about, but it's not as much as going out and going about our daily lives. So the number of steps you would have done in a regular day versus the number of steps now while you're in this lockdown is going to vary. It's going to be a there's going to be a massive variance between those two, and you can try to achieve something closer to that and bridge that gap, but it's still not the same thing, because you would be doing it consistently, walking in a consistent manner. You can try to mix it up, do something else at home, but as long as you're doing something, that's good. So step 1, do something. Step 2, rest and don't overdo it. And step 3, take care of your emotional health as well. And step 4, feed yourself healthy food. That's it. That's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, I'm also doing group classes online on Zoom. So it's a very small batch so that I can concentrate on each person and give them enough attention that they feel like they're getting the essence of a personal training session without having, without going wrong. So I'm always watching them. That's why it's a small class, so I can see every single person all the time to mitigate the risk. And I'm continuing with my online personal training sessions. So the clients who have stayed and continue to personal train from before quarantine and after quarantine, they have seen gains, because at the end of the day, it's about how you program your workout. So as a trainer, of course, it's all about programming to understand how to scale up those movements, how to change it up, work different muscles, and keep progressing. That's the most thing, right? So we're always moving forward. Keep moving forward and enjoy your downtime, use it wisely. I'm sure you have already probably gained a few new skills you didn't have before, and also taken up a few new hobbies. So enjoy this time, and I will catch you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye. Stay healthy, happy, and keep moving.